Hi guys, my name is Adele and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to each and every one of you who subscribed to my channel. I can't believe I have 53 subscribers. It is so crazy. And it means a lot that you would like my videos, because I'm just a girl who likes to read romance books and has cerebral palsy. And happy 4th of July. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I just want to say I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. So for today's video, it's going to be a weekend reading recap of new releases and my favorite Booktubers recommendations. The first book I read, which was, I read it June 30th into July 1st, and it took me a little while because it was a 500-page book, and that is Twisted Lies by Ana Huang. It is the last book in her Twisted series. It follows Stella and Christian. Stella is one of the friends group one of the group of girlfriends in Twisted Lies. She is the last person in the Twisted series. She is the last person to get her story. And Christian, in the previous book, we know that Christian is the landlord and the owner of Stella's building. The story is Stella is an influencer, and something happens that she needs a fake boyfriend. Like, she needs someone to pretend to be her boyfriend, and the person she was going to get originally, like the person she was going to ask to be her quote-unquote fake boyfriend, but that person didn't work out. So one day she came home like drunk, and Christian saw her like walking. I think he saw her walking around the halls, and she ended up spilling her problems to Christian, and he suggests that why doesn't he go up for the role of her fake boyfriend? Since the guy that she originally was going to ask declined. So Christian offered himself. So they make this deal. Christian will pretend to be her boyfriend if she goes with him to his work functions and be his pretend partner. So this book It's fake dating, billionaire romance. If you read this series before, you know that Christian has a thing for Stella, and so that's part of the reason why he agrees to be her fake boyfriend. He's a possessive alpha. Touch her and you die. A morally gray character. If you read this book, you'll see why I say he's a morally gray character. And if you read the Twisted series before, you know that Stella has problems with a stalker, so the stalker's actions kick up a notch in this book. So while they're in this fake relationship, they're also trying to figure out who the stalker is. It was a really good romance. I love how Christian and Stella were opposites. It was a very good conclusion to the Twisted series. And if you read this book, you'll know that Ana Huang has another series planned, and it introduces the couple of that series, so I highly recommend you read this book. My favorite in the Twisted series would have to be still book 2 and book 3, because I just love a royal romance and enemies to lovers. And this book is also slow burn. Nothing happens between them until like the 60% mark, but this is a very good book, so please read Ana Huang's Twisted series. The next book I read for the weekend is Between Hello and Goodbye. It's the new book by Amscot. I read this book because Sam from Sam Reads a Little and Cheyenne from That Tall Book Girl kept saying how in their Instagram stories how this was such a good book, so I wanted to read it. Between Hello and Goodbye is about Emma and Asher. Emma is a party girl, and she's always showing up late for work and always leaving early, so her boss gave her like a time off, like forced time off, because he said you have to figure out what you really want, because although you're the best advertiser we have, you can't keep acting like the way you are. So she goes to take this 2-week vacation that her boss tells her she has to take, and she goes to Hawaii. Something happens where in Hawaii, something happens to her where the firefighters have to get involved, and through that she meets Asher, a firefighter from Hawaii, and they keep bumping into each other. So they decide to form a friendship while she's there, but eventually that friendship turns into more because they have this really great connection with each other. Like, I believe Faith and Asher are soulmates. So even though she's supposed to leave in the 2 weeks, they try the long distance. And I don't want to give too much away from this book, so it's a long distance relationship, former party girl, and this is a really good book. It has Faith and Asher are soulmates in my opinion. Please read this book by Amscot. I gave it 5 stars and trigger warnings for death of a loved one. But please, it's so good. Read it. And the last book I read for the weekend was The Words by Ashley Jade. It's a rock star romance, slow burn, second chance. I read this book because all my favorite YouTubers kept raving about it. Cheyenne from That Tall Book Girl, Nikki from Nikki and Bookland, McKay from Oh Hey It's McKay. This is her favorite book of the year, actually. The Words. And McKay and me have really similar tastes in romance books, so I wanted to try to read it. And Jess from Honest Fiction also really liked this book. Madison from Princess of Paperback really loves this book also, so I thought I'd give it a shot. And I can see why it has all the hype and it's deserving of it. The Words is about Lennon and Phoenix, and it starts off with them in high school. Lennon's teacher asks her to be Phoenix's tutor because he's failing in English. And Phoenix wants to be a rock star, so he needs to pass this class in order to graduate high school, in order to leave, because his dad is very abusive. So Lennon discovers Phoenix is dyslexia, has dyslexia. So they grow closer because of that, and they form a relationship. But Phoenix does some really twisted shit to Lennon, and it makes her never want to see him again, and they separate. Fast forward like 4 years later, Phoenix is a rock star in a famous rock band, but he is spiraling out of control, so they need someone to be his sober companion to keep himself from not drinking. So his bandmate Also, his best friend suggests Lennon because basically Lennon hates Phoenix for what he did to her in high school. So they go to Lennon and give her an offer, and Lennon accepts because she needs the money. Her father has Alzheimer's. So this is a second chance romance, a slow burn, and friends to lovers, two enemies, two lovers again. I can see why this book has a lot of hype. It's well deserving of it. I love the audiobook. The narrator is Teddy Hamilton. I listen to anything Teddy Hamilton narrates because I love Teddy Hamilton as a narrator. Please go read The Words by Ashley Jade. I don't want to spoil anything. It's very good. It's very angsty. And the hero has to really grovel. And he does it well. So those are the romances that I read this 4th of July weekend. If you like this video, please comment down below. What did you read this weekend? Please give my recommendations a shot, because they're really good books. I gave them all like 5 stars. Twisted Lies I gave 4.5 because book 2 is still my favorite. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate the subscribe button is down below down below the video. Please hit the subscribe button, and I'll link the booktubers I mentioned down below. I'm really excited to see what you read this weekend, so please leave that in the comments. Bye! Thank